Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here. Hope you're well. We're going to continue with our profit and loss because we're going to come into the formatting section, which is the part where we said we were going to change the way that we can make it look, and we can add some color to it, and we can start to use the explore button that some of you had explored before. So we're going to go into that right now, and we're going to go and check out where we were before with this. So the first part of the formatting is these cells with these values in. So what I'm going to do is I need to go and change these cells into proper formats. So I'm going to go to format at the top, and I'm going to go to number, and then in there towards the bottom you can start to see that I've got US dollar, and I've got some currency effects here. So if you want to go into pounds, you can go into pounds if you want. You can check it all out. I'm going to go into dollars, and I'm going to change that, and then I'm going to do the same with these. Now a quick tip here is if you are on a computer, you can use Control and Y, and it will redo what it is that you've done. If you do an action and you want to use action again and again and again, you can use Control Y and it will redo. If on an iPad, and I've asked you in the IT pages not to use the app, I think you got a redo in the app, I can't remember, but it's better if you don't use Safari. You've got a redo button at the top, and it says under there redo. Inside edit, you've also got redo as well. If I go and just highlight, click out of here and highlight this and use Control Y, you can see that it automatically does that action that I want. Control Y is really handy, especially in spreadsheets. Inside here, what I want to do now is I want to go and insert a chart. So you can use the insert and chart function here, and that's fine. You can explore that, see what happens. However, at the bottom, and you've got this just underneath my circle, so just underneath me, you've got the explore button. So what I'm going to do right now is just turn my face off, and now we're going to go into the explore button underneath, and on the side you will notice that it's starting to ask some questions about our data. We're starting to analyze that data, which is what we want to do in the next section. So get ahead of yourselves and check it out, see what it does. So what the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to go into here, I'm going to go into formatting. I'm going to choose a color. I quite like the teal at the end. And you can see that it makes it look far easier to read and far better. So I could see that in the Padlet, lots of people had also explored with the pie charts. I could see Pon had noted in his, he'd put it in 3D and started making it tilt. And I think Brody had as well. So if I just go into my 100% here, it goes a bit smaller. I'm sorry, you might not be able to see the numbers now. The reason I do that is because you can see this column now a lot easier. So what I'm going to do is just drag this one in. I'm going to drag this one here because I quite like the look of it, and I'm going to go and drag it in like that. Money spent by theme park versus, and I don't need to do that. What I'm going to do is just double click in there, and what I can do now is start to look at the title here, and I can start to change my title so that it's a bit neater. Money spent by a theme park visitor. And I can go and delete the rest of that. By a theme park visitor. Done. And it makes it look a bit neater now, and I can see what people are spending, and I can see where I'm starting to make some money. It's also going to give me an insight into what developments and changes I want to make in my following year. So I'm going to go and just undo that for a second. Inside my Explore 2, I would like you to just have a quick look at this and see what these things actually, okay, because that's going to be the next part of our analysis. Right, year 5, as always. Good luck.